Hello everybody, welcome back to NeuroticVows Gaming. Now, this video is going to be part one of a multi-part series where I discuss various gaming franchises that I would like to see make a return. This one in particular is just going to be multi-platform games, not ones tied to a particular company or console or anything like that. Over the weeks I will be doing more. I'll be doing Sony specific ones, I'll be doing Microsoft and Nintendo specific games. But for now, we are focusing on multi-plat games. And the very first game I'd like to talk about is actually a game that I spent way too much time on, which is Vigilante 8. Now, Vigilante 8 was actually a spin-off of a computer game made by Activision called Interstate 76, I believe, and that was made by Activision, and then they had Luxoflux do a spin-off series called Vigilante 8. Now there are only two actual games in the Vigilante 8 series, and they were made in 1998 and 1999, and then they did come out digitally in 2008, remastered on the Xbox 360, I believe. But the game was originally launched on the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64. Those of you not familiar with Vigilante 8, it was a vehicular combat game, kind of in a similar vein to like just heavy. What's it called? I'm blanking on the name of the game now. Why can't I think of the name of the game now? Twisted Metal, there we go. Similar to Twisted Metal. And the game took place in the 70s, so it had a very 70s aesthetic, a lot of vehicles from the 70s. And they weren't licensed vehicles, they were just kind of parodies of vehicles, like there was a car that was based on the AMC Pacer, and just vehicles in general like that. But that's one game series I would love to see make a comeback. It was highly addictive. The second one introduced being able to modify vehicles, and when you modified them to the max amount, they would actually fully change the appearance. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather have those. Alright, so game number 2 on my list is the True Crime series. Only 2 of those games are made as well. Back in 2003, the original one was True Crime Streets of LA, and the second one was in 2005, and that... Oh, hang on. And that one was True Crime New York. Now, I should go this way. It was an open world, kind of like a GTA clone, with the exception that you played a cop instead of a criminal. They were all based on real neighborhoods in LA and in New York. There was a third one that was in the works. It was originally a different game, and then they decided to involve it in the True Crime series, but then Activision went away from using True Crime and completely abandoned the True Crime IP, and so the game was eventually released as Sleeping Dogs. And yeah, originally it was supposed to be a different game. Then it was supposed to be a True Crime game, and then since then, True Crime has been dead. Along with Luxoflux, who also was supposed to make True Crime, just like they did with Vigilante 8. Luxoflux is defunct, and there are no further games from that company to this day. Now, game number 3 on my list is which we almost got a new Silent Hill game. So the Silent Hill series runs from 1999 all the way to 2014 was the very last we got to see of anything relating to that franchise. Now I believe there are 8 main games and 8 spin-offs, and then there was the 2014 demo called PT, which was supposed to be a collaboration between Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. Now, I would have loved for that game to have finished, but some things went down with Hideo Kojima and the publisher. And now we're going to get a different collaboration between Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. The Silent Hill series was it was kind of like Resident Evil in the fact that it was like kind of weird camera angles, had creatures and zombies and stuff like that. But I actually enjoyed the story of the Silent Hill games more. But yeah, PT was the last we got to see of it, and it wasn't even a full game, just a demo, and that was pulled from the marketplace after the whole thing with Hideo Kojima went down. So, franchise number 4, we have an EA game, Mirror's Edge. They did make 2 Mirror's Edge games, and 2008 and 2016. I just hope we don't have to wait until 2024 to get the next iteration, because 8-year gap. But hang on. All right, follow him. So yeah, Mirror's Edge. It was a game I really enjoyed. You don't get that many parkour first-person shooter. Not really even a shooter, just first-person perspective parkouring game. Is he in here? No. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. I died. But yeah, so it was a first-person parkour game, and the aesthetic was really cool. It was a future, very glass metropolis city where corporations definitely run the government. And you play as Faith, and she basically parkours throughout the city and gets a message trying to reveal what's really happening in the politics of this future city. Now, the last game I want to talk about here is the Strike series. The Strike series was it was a game of its time. I don't think I like to see it return, but I don't think that it would really take off on the modern day, because it was a very isometric perspective helicopter game. They made 5 games, came from 1991 through 97. They were released on PlayStation, I believe also on Sega and Nintendo. There was also a little bit of humor thrown into the game. Like, I specifically remember destroying a building and a person running around screaming first aid, second aid, third aid before he died from being on fire. But the game itself just brings back some memories, because I remember starting a mission, just having a black screen, and then you hear the sound of the rotors going at a very bassy thwomp sound, and yeah. So those are the 5 games I would love to see come back. For a quick recap: the Vigilante 8 series, True Crime series, Silent Hill series, Mirror's Edge series, and the Strike series. So if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like, and if you want to see more content from me in the future, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. See ya!